Yet another lock from Georgia Jim. This one is an IRS Eagle. This is an Eagle Supr-Secure. Oh, I forget the rest of it, but they look like this. IRS Eagle. It's a nice barrel padlock, which is pretty cool. Two things that are difficult to picking this. It has 5 wafers on the right, and it has 5 sliders on the left that interact with a sidebar, but I think those sliders are also like wafers in that I believe they go into the cylinder and block the rotation as well, but I could be wrong. I can't gut this. It has, I think, a pin right here that holds it all together. I think that's the one that holds it together. I don't know for sure. It's not a guttable lock, but like I said, there's a couple things that make this difficult to pick. One is this shutter in the front is really heavy. It kind of stays in when I do that one time, but when I use the key, it'll fall back down. And the other thing is that these sliders on the left side, even when they're, I get to a point where I'll drop into a false set, but it's not open. That means that one of these sliders, one or more of these sliders is in a false gate, but they all jiggle, even when that's the case. So it's kind of weird. I don't understand what the physics are there, that I can't find a binder. They'll feel a little bit different as far as how far they travel. True and false gate, but not much. And once I'm in that false set, I have to manually counter rotate back to unset those sliders or to move them because they're really stuck. So let's go ahead and try to pick this guy. I'll rotate it with that, which will hold the shutter open. And we'll start on the sliders. Now, like I said, I had to counter rotate a lot and stuff like that. So in the meantime, from picking it, I've kind of learned a lot about the bitting on the side there. So to make the video not take forever, I'll apply some of the knowledge I have of this lock, and it may reduce the number of times that I have to unset it. All right, so I have a slider pick here, and I can get on a slider and I can slide it up and down. Usually I can see from the side. I have nice depth markings on the side in black there, but the camera's in my position where I would normally be sitting and be able to see my nice little depth markers. So I have to just see if I can do it by feel, which might slow things down a bit. At this point, I don't want to put too much tension with the tensioner, because I want to be able to slide these sliders around. So mostly the tensioner, I want to just hold the shutter open, but I might have to end up manually counter rotating if some of these sit in their false gates too strongly. And I really wish I'm going to turn this actually so I can see some of my depth markings. That'll help speed things up a bit, because without that I can't see where the next slider is. I can feel it, but it gets difficult if you don't know where the next one is. I'm having a real hard time here. Okay, there we go. Now I feel that fourth slider. I'm kind of working from the back. So that's the fourth slider. Then I come third slider. You can feel it there. Second slider. There. First slider. Where's that first slider? If I know the depth, at least then I can hunt the top, up and down at that depth to find where the slider is and get on it like that. And I can move it up or down as I need to. But right now I feel like I might need to manually counter rotate a little. We'll see. Once you set the sliders to a point where you feel like at least none of them should be binding, and so they should jiggle a bit like that. That shows that at least they're all in some sort of gate, and hopefully you can feel the difference between the true and the false gates. I have a hard time feeling the difference. It was a lot of trial and error for me on this one. This front one. All right, so I'm going to manually counter rotate to get that front one. the top wafers aren't set, but some reason, yeah, to get out of that false gate I had to manually counter rotate a bit. I might have to do more, but what we'll do is we'll pick the top wafers. These are very I would say trivial top wafers. So 3 is binding. We'll click there, and it's just a matter of jiggle testing, and 1 is binding there, and we're open. So I didn't have to go back. What I thought was going to happen is we're dropping to false set, and then I would use, like I showed for a second there, manually counter rotate, and I would adjust probably 1 or 2 sliders, and then I would try the top pins again, or the top wafers again, and it's open. So we'll go ahead and lock that back up. And the sliders get reset when you use the key, because that pushes all the sliders around and removes them at that height. So you use the key at the beginning, and then you can go ahead and pick it, and everything should be shuffled. But that is the IRS Supr-Secure. I can't remember the rest of the name. I'll put it in the title and probably description or something like that. But 5 top wafers and 5 sliders and a sidebar, I believe. But all right, thanks, Georgia Jim. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.